And then, of course, you know, that debate that was on the internet the other day, and it was, I mean, it was basically, I don't think they really resolved anything, because it's really about what you choose. It isn't about their interpretation of what certain books say or anything like that. And whether you understand literally or exegetically, it's what you believe that becomes a reality in your life. You see many people in the world that have a belief system, they're willing to sacrifice their life for their belief system. It's so powerful. It doesn't mean that it's valid. So you are empowered by your belief system. Your belief system has a lot to do epigenetically with what's taking place in your body on a cellular level. I know it works for me, and I know it works for a lot of other people that try it, but you have to have your own experience. You have to find your own way through this type of a thing. And tremendous amount of confusion. Everybody thinks that they have the answer in what they're doing, and, you know, quote, quote, with their religion. And we must remember there are cultural differences. Organized religion is man's interpretation to have a personal relationship with God. The big question was on that debate was really, does God really exist, or is that a figment of some kind of people's imagination, or some means of controlling people? Like Karl Marx said, that religion was the opiate of the poor. So you can't, if you try to intellectualize this, in my opinion, if you try to intellectualize this because you think you're a brainiac, you might make a serious mistake, because it's all based on a simple belief system that empowers you. That something outside you is going to empower you. So I see more people struggle that try to intellectualize this, to try to do all kinds of research, rather than have their own experience. And they're getting more intellectual opinions about how this works. And it's not really a question of intellectualism and how intelligent you are. It's a question about how much faith you have and what it's done for your experience. It's that simple. Unfortunately, you get a lot of people that ridicule this type of thing, a person having faith. They try to support their ridicule based on how smart they are and how high their IQ is or something. And to me, I think that's a bit of a joke, because I think you know, it really doesn't work that way. And it's not based on how smart you are, how great an education you have, or you know, how high your IQ is. It's really based on how much faith you have, and your empowerment is directly related to how much faith you have, because it's just like training a soldier. You know, his training is what makes him the soldier that he is, and what enables them to, in most cases, to be a fierce warrior. You just can't take anybody, in my opinion, and make them a Navy SEAL unless you weed out the people that don't have the abilities to be the tremendous warriors that people like that really are, and the greatest. You know, they're just. I personally believe that most people that are true warriors like that, down through history, like the ninja warriors, all the way down to the Navy SEALs, most of these guys think they're invincible, and that's because of their belief system. It might not have to do with their spiritual belief system, but they're empowered by their belief system that comes from their training, that they have all the abilities, the physical abilities, and then they have that mental tenacity, that fierce mental tenacity, where it almost makes them impossible to defeat them.